Yo, welcome to the off week, man. You got me, you got Dom.
What's
we
going
in
on?
here. We in here. So the episode we just dropped, man, last week's episode was it was kind of shaky, man. I don't know, the vibe was off. I don't really know what was going on, man, but I feel like we may have gotten it together. You know, we may have gotten it together towards the end of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we
Took a
we,
little bit.
We had some great topics though. We talked about some serious stuff. Like I guess one of my favorite points in there was the can you still be friends with your ex?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and that I kind of feel like I kind of feel like I went in on it or whatever, man. I kind of feel like I got everything I need to say on that topic. I kind of feel like I got it all out, man.
Yeah, I definitely did too. I mean, I don't think there was really nothing to it.
Yeah, man. And then we talked about darn, what else?
We one of the things we did talk about was the LGBTQ
Right.
crew with the putting it on
And
children.
putting it on children. And I'm not quite sure if I got enough because really I think my wife kind of went in on it.
Yeah,
But-
she was going in.
Yeah. I know that I feel like we kind of need to chill out, man. Cause I mean, why do we need to push LGBTQ stuff on little kids, but we're not pushing, normal heterosexual sex on them? Like, I don't think sex needs to be pushed on kids, period. You know
No,
what
it
I mean?
doesn't. I mean, especially when she mentioned that video with that child being 5 years old, no kid at that age needs to know what sex is or anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's too young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just too much, man. And I mean, yeah, they talking about mommy and daddy and all this stuff in the parade song, but it's just like, what they I keep saying normalcy because that's what it is. Normalcy is mommy and daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you still try not to explain the whole. That's why they got the whole stork thing. Everybody's not ready for that full conversation.
No, of course not. I mean, right. I think right now everybody's in this I don't know what's the word they're like having a phase to where no matter whether the argument is right or wrong, they're just going to do what they want to do because this is what they want at the moment.
Right.
Because eventually this is going to die. It's going to die down.
I hope
the hype is just up
I
right
hope
now.
so, bro.
I really do
I don't
too.
think the lifestyle's going anywhere. It's been here
No,
forever.
that's not going anywhere. But I'm talking about
Having to push it and
such a
put-
big conversation.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, if it is what it is, just children should remain children. They should remain innocent. Push that mess on adults if that's what you choose to do. But
Right.
leave the kids alone, man. I don't know. I think it's too much, man. I just think it's too much.
Yeah, kids are not old enough to make that decision at that time. They're still trying to figure themselves out without even without knowing anything. You're
for
just
sure.
now starting to experience as men when we're little kids when it grows.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute, what is it?
What is
what
it?
is
Right.
it doing? You know what I'm saying? What is this? What is this
Right,
sensation I'm having right now?
Right, man. Let me try this. What was this? Red's apple? It's a
Yeah.
cider, right?
Yeah, it's good. Tastes like apple juice with carbonated.
Yeah, I like that. I like stuff.
This one's a little stronger than the original. This is 8%. The other regular one's like 5.5.
Oh, okay. I like it though. I usually like stuff in the bottle. Do you feel like it give you a different taste? The can in a bottle?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think so as well, man. For some reason, can I don't really agree with cans too much. Cans always come off a little bit more frothy. Excuse me. A little bit more. Bro, it seems like I get the coffee every episode now.
Oh man.
Since we get, drinking like wine and stuff.
Yeah.
I see I get a coffee every episode. But yeah, cans always came off a little frothy.
I can see that. But I think it depends on the size of the can too, because like every once in a while I like to drink Bud Light. So
But
like,
you like Bud Light Platinum.
I like that one too.
Bud Light Platinum is like that's my go-to when I hit a club or something.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Bud Light Platinum.
Okay.
That's the
That's
hood.
good to
That's
know.
the hood beer.
That's good to know now.
Now
I'll be
my
sure.
bougie stuff is like Corona. You know what I mean? Like I rock with Corona. Like that's my
Oh, yeah,
that's my
yeah.
little uppity. But then
Corona and Modelo.
but what
And Modelo.
in Modelo?
Modelo.
Oh, hold on, Modelo.
Modelo.
Oh, okay, I gotta rock. I seen them before though.
If you like Corona, you'll like Modelo.
Do they put lime in it too?
Oh yeah, it's tradition.
I had to
You
check
got
that
to
out,
do-
bro.
you got-
I had
got
to check that out, man. The man, what else did we talk about last? We got to talk about beer. What else we talk about last week?
So another thing that we talked about last week was about what's that racist MF Greg
Oh, Greg Kelly.
Kelly,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
about
bro.
the Black American History Museum that's in Washington D.C.
Right. And I couldn't find the video where he was saying, they might have taken it down. I couldn't quite find the video where he was saying the exact comments that I was talking about on the podcast last week. However, man, he made those statements basically, and he was saying that it was creating more division. African American museums created more division. No other museum, but African American museums created division. We are living in the past, but we've gotten past it. By he can only talk about yourself, so he must be talking about himself. Him and his friends, his cronies, must have gotten past the fact that they, raped and lynched us for hundreds of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now that they passed that, enslaving a human race, we supposed to be past it. And it caused me, I was cursing throughout the entirety of the episode. Because I was just thinking about that the whole time, man. I was really impassioned. I was really impassioned on last week's episode, but I apologize for all the cursing, and I will be putting $50 towards our charity. As always, the link is below. We sell Etsy. Matter of fact, we're gonna start wearing some Etsy shirts, man. Some of our designs, so y'all can see, man. These shirts are pretty awesome, man. At least I believe so. Me and my wife have come up with a lot of designs that are pretty cool, and they go towards supporting feeding of the homeless and underprivileged children. So our plans are to right now what we do, we call up schools and we try to pay up arrears. When kids school account, lunch accounts are in arrears, we try to pay that up. But we also want to start doing stuff like sponsoring getting with some barbershops and sponsoring days where kids can get their haircuts for free.
Okay.
And beauty salons, and I know that's a lot of money, but I'm gonna set up a way for you guys to donate, man, if you guys feel inclined to do so. But for right now, man, you guys can help a lot by just making purchases through our Etsy shop. And but yeah, back to Greg Kelly. This guy, man, this guy's a bit much, man, and people like him are a bit much. It's really irritating, man. It's really irritating that people still have this mindset where, I don't know, black people are beneath them, I guess. And that brings me to say that I just found out recently, and I'll hold off for a second. Let's, because we had one more major topic was the health and fitness, and I don't want to mess that up quite yet. So let's get into the health and fitness, recap that real quick, and then we'll jump into where I'm about to go.
I know. Last podcast you had mentioned about with your weight, how often do I need to work out to lose so many pounds? Mm-hmm. And one thing that I mentioned is that when it comes to, if you really want to get into doing that, you're gonna have to diet. That's gonna be your main that's gonna have to be your main focus to losing weight. But of course, you're gonna have to put in some work, and exercising and stuff like that to, burn everything.
Right. Well, bro, I think it'll be a good. I think I could be a testament to you, man. I think like I said, I got free time. You know what I'm saying? I got a little free time on my hands outside of all the projects that we got going on. But, bruh, if they can see me doing this and then, 6-7 months from now, they see the transition. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they know that, it came through hard work, dedication, but by your guidance. You get what I'm saying?
True.
So I think we should definitely, do it. I know you were trying to hit the track. Look, I'm gonna let you know now.
What?
Bro, that's real, bro. That might be a little too real for me. Nah, I think I could do it, man, but it's more so it will be some walking. It would be some jogging. Some, I might do little spurts, but it'd be some
But that's okay, but just the fact that you're out there, you're getting started is bigger than anything, because if you don't start, you're never going to get to that point.
Right.
So if you start, and you go the second time, you go the third time. Mm-hmm. You starting to create a habit, so when you're doing it, you won't have to you can speed up, and keep your stamina up.
I'll say this, man. I know that I and what you're saying, like just getting out there doing a little bit, man. Up under our seat right now, I have it cost me like $600. It's a Gorilla Bow. Have you ever heard of it? Mm-mm. Man, I might show you guys what this is, man. Man, they have it's called Gorilla Bow, and it's like a bow, but probably about as long as this seat. Like, I feel it over here, and you probably feel it on your side too, don't you? You feel it?
Yeah, the bag.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
That thing is as long as our seat, and literally, it's resistant bands. That's why I had mentioned resistant bands last week. Mm-hmm. But it's resistant bands, and you literally, I got like the ultimate package, so it's got all the bands. But man, I thought it was a joke. When I seen it, I was like, oh, this would be cool, because I bought it when I was over the road driving. Yeah. And I was like, yo, this would be good. I didn't realize how big the daggone thing was. I still took it, but while I was out there, I worked out with it. But bro, man, if you go on their website and do their little workouts with it, that thing is a killer, bro. It's a beast, bro. I was in there like, oh my God. And I was just like, I was on like FaceTime with my wife, and man, it was like, bro, I was about dead, because I was doing it in the trailer. You know how hot the trailers get? I was doing it in the back of the trailer too, because it was kind of like I had room, like my load. I would do it when I didn't have a full load. It would be like a partial load or whatever. Yeah. I get on the back and get a jog and stuff like that. And, oh man, that thing was real. But that bow is serious, bro. I'm gonna have to introduce you to the boat. I'm gonna have to try that out one day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to introduce you to the boat, man. But yeah, I think we're missing a topic, but it must not be one of the hot topics, because
let me see. Let me check my notes.
All right. Oh, I think I know what it is. I was talking about Meek Mill. You remember I had got in on the importance of proper grammar. So what I was saying was, and I think I kind of went in too much, man. I wanna clear some things up, man.
Okay.
I don't want this really is not an attack at Meek Mill or any of the other guys. It's really an attack at our complacency. We get into a mode where we feel like if we speak proper, or if we write correctly, any of that, it seems as if it comes off as I'm acting like something I'm not. I'm acting white, or that's ignorant, man. I just find that to be really shallow and ignorant, and it's really an excuse for you to continue to stay in your mess. You know, continue to stay. I don't want to say dumb, but continue to stay. Because they got intelligence. See, intelligence comes in many different forms. They have intelligence, but they're not applying themselves. And when you can't apply yourselves, it's just like when we go vote, in which I always tell you guys, get ready to go vote. Voting is in a few weeks now. We always wait till that big vote when it's for the president. Look, that's fine and dandy, but we need to vote. We need to vote every election. We need to vote, especially these local offices. But when they have bills, proposed bills on there, and we complain about not having greenery, not having shrubs, not having these things, the city's not doing this. They're not putting sidewalks out. When we complain about these things, they put it on the voting, for a vote. They put it for a vote in your local areas. Everybody has it. But nobody ever takes it. They can't even understand it. But it's because you don't apply yourself. You think that reading is not fundamental. Think that reading is not, that's all I'm saying. Apply yourself so you'll know you letting people get over on you. And that's all I want to say on it, man.
But
I want to say.
But, it is sad, though, because, I used to say that all the time. When, you act like a white person, whatever, if you spoke proper. But that was just because of, at the time, I was very immature and didn't understand. So when I did understand, I was like, wow, that's, like you said, it's ignorant. Mm-hmm. I said there's nothing wrong with, some Hispanic or a black person, being able to speak proper and write, and do these things that we quote unquote stereotype white people as. Mm-hmm. We could do that too.
Right, man. I think because I seen something on social a little bit after we got done, was talking about, it was what's my man's name? Who's the coach? He went to coach the ex NFL player that went to coach a college team now. It's not Shannon Sharp, is it? No, it's not Shannon Sharp. Excuse me. It's man, when I figure it out, I might just throw it up on the screen so y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I see his face right now. I can't think of his name, but he's coaching a college team, and he was telling the guy that was interviewing him, talking about, man, quit doing that, man. Just be yourself. The guy was like, man, I can't be talking to you like, hey, yo, what's up? And which I agree. That's cool when y'all having a regular conversation. But he talking about some, nah, man, just be yourself. I want you to just be yourself, man, when you interview. He kind of, they friends or whatever, but it was kind of embarrassing, I guess, a little bit. It was like he was trying to downplay him a bit. Or it could be taken as he was trying to build him up to say, look, you don't have to conform to what they want you to conform to.
You can just talk to me as a regular person.
You can talk to me, right?
However you are, that's who I want to talk to.
Right. It could have been taken that way, and I agree with that as well.
Yeah.
But that could have been a conversation that they had off camera. Maybe that's how he wants to be. He wants to be. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to talk, quote unquote, properly, allow him to do so. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If he wants to talk regular, then if that's his character, let him be. It's just like that movie, Malibu's Most Wanted, with Jamie Foxx. It's an old movie, right?
Okay.
Basically, it was a white guy that was urban. He was a rich white guy, rich white kid, probably in his early 20s. He was really urban, right? Mm-hmm. So he would, yo, what's good, pops? He was talking like that, and everybody thought it was fake, but it wasn't. That was him. That's what he took on. He was being himself. He was being genuine. But everybody was like, man, you need to quit this stuff. So they hired some fake gangsters to kidnap him. And, you know what I mean? But truth is that he was being himself. He was being genuine. So my whole thing is, man, just be genuine, be yourself. I remember my little brother had started growing like dreads. Mm-hmm. And I remember telling him, man, you need to cut that off, man. You need to cut your hair, you know what I mean? Have put waves in your head, stuff like that. Be presentable. But this is what, we're taught. So I'm telling him to be presentable and do all of this. And then I got to thinking one day, I started, because I was hiring somebody, and I started thinking, some of my best employees, that's how they look. Dreads, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. So my mindset started changing. Then I got to thinking like, why am I conforming to white people? Trying to make them feel comfortable. They dragged me over here. I just started thinking about it as a whole. We conform to them way too much. So if my brother wants to wear dreads, and if this company don't want to hire him, then that's their loss. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's their loss. So I stopped telling him that, if he's being himself. You know what I mean?
It's funny you mentioned that too, because I seen something on Instagram, I believe, about NFL was trying to say something about
right. Yeah, they were having dreads and stuff.
Yeah, with dreads and stuff.
Yeah.
that it was dangerous and stuff. Because of the head, and the players let them know. It was like, nah, we good.
Yeah, we straight over here.
Because it's another way to represent the culture.
Mm-hmm. But I just feel like the truth is they intimidated. You know what I mean? It's intimidating. So you got a tall black, like stocky black dude, right? With dreads coming down to the back, to like the middle of his back. Truth is, you intimidated a little bit when you soft dude at heart anyway. You know what I mean? And that could be the nicest dude on the face of the earth, but you'll never know because you so damn scared. You get what I'm saying?
Coming from in the gym and stuff, being around a whole bunch of bodybuilders, no matter what color they are, they're the nicest people you ever meet. They big, they look intimidating, but just
right.
Just be you.
Be yourself, man.
Just don't cross them,
bruh. We were talking about the bro code a little bit last week, and I was saying the hell with the bro code, and I was saying it's just a matter of freaking respect. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Bro code is respect. But what I'm saying is, if we could all, regardless of you sister code, whatever, regardless of all, if you were male, female, or nowadays it then another, if you just carry yourself with some respect and dignity, you will get further along. You ain't got to worry about nobody slapping you in your mouth, cause you ain't running around being disrespectful to everybody. You know what I mean? So, anyway, man, let's jump into these headlines this week, man. What I wanted to get into a second ago was these Hispanic guys, council members, city council members, have made some racist statements, and the audio. I'm assuming somebody recorded it or whoever works for them leaked it. I don't know quite. I really didn't get to the bottom of how it got out.
That's what it sounded like. Cause I was reading. I kind of read a little bit more than I wanted.
Cut that off, man. I feel like that thing coming in. We got a fan blowing, man. Yeah. I'm sorry
there
if y'all.
Go.
Yeah, it sounds better already. I'm sorry if y'all, man. I be getting hot, man. That's a side effect of being what I say I was 500 pounds last week. You remember? That's a side effect. But yeah. So I'm sorry cutting you off. You were talking about the Hispanic in LA. I was talking. I had asked you how they got leaked. The video got leaked or something like that.
Yeah,
the audio.
They were saying that somebody in the office had obviously had recorded what she was saying and in there, but they have no idea who leaked it out. They have no idea. There's assumptions that there could be somebody that was in the person who actually recorded it, leaked it out.
Yeah.
Or they sent it to somebody to do it themselves. I mean, there's no telling. I think they actually no. They don't know who it is, but they did. They linked it on something. I forget. I'll tell you right now.
He goes, what is with Bond? And I said, Bond thinks he's black. That guy don't think he's black. I go, he thinks he's black. I told her the same thing. He goes, why are they so close? No idea.
And he's from Massachusetts.
Es que toman here.
That's good.
It's done.
He's black.
No, they Latino
Lo trae
kids.
así during Black History Month, lo lleva al council y lo pone acá en el. Remember, lo trae. It's an accessory when we do the MLK parade.
Just like when
They used to have those statues in
Lo trae-
plantations.
Wait,
didn't
and
they?
then when Nori
In the
brings
front.
her Moyard bag or the Louis Vuitton bag, él trae sus pictures like that.
Su negrito, like on the side.
Yeah.
Lo trae, ¿verdad? You sit next to it, you don't have the other side. For MLK, for the parade that Herb used to organize, and we all the council who wanted to join Herb on the float, because he used to do a whole float to be nice. Bonnie would be like, hey, Nuri, are you going to the MLK? Well, Herb invited me, yeah, I'll go. Okay, I'm bringing whatever the kid's name is. I'm like, it's like the oddest thing. It's like black and brown on this float. And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. Este niño has they're not even, they're not doing, the kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the float, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm over here trying to parent this kid. I'm like, you can't do that. I said no. And Mike is like, I'm like, you're not teaching your kid anything. It's me and Karen Bass on the float trying to check this little kid. Me, Karen Bass, y la esposa de Marquise, Carrie. And we're all looking at each other because we're the three women on the floor. Like, who's gonna? This kid's gonna tip us over because he literally had.
Wrong one. It was but it was crazy though, man. Just the whole like for me, it's disappointing being Hispanic. I mean, I don't know exactly what type of Spanish she is. From her last name, it sounds like she's Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on that, but I mean, just from the last name, that's what it sounds like. Martinez.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, because she had referred to this white guy who had a black son, and said that he was using his black son as a accessory, and referred the son as a monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I was hurt, and I was telling my wife, and she was laughing at me because she was like, "I've been telling you that, bro." I was hurt because, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I told you, like, I always dated, Hispanic people or Latino people, however I don't even know how to say it, but I always dated them in high school, right?
yeah.
That's always been like my go-to. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, boy, they so fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, I had no idea. Because everyone I met has been, 100. You know what I mean? Or more than my black friends. You get what I'm saying? I've never dealt with racists. I didn't know that. I had no idea that they looked at us like that in that community. I did not. I just found out when this came out. I was listening to, because I listened to a lot of like talk radio. It was a Hispanic girl on there trying to explain it all. She was saying, man, they so racist. They be talking about black people, and not just black Americans like me, but like not African Americans, but like Latinos and Latinas. They dislike them as well. They be talking to Dominican Republic, talking about something, oh, it's so good of you to learn Spanish. And they be looking at them like, what you mean learn Spanish? Just my native tongue. But they be acting like they're not, like they're less than them or something.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, man.
Yeah, and that's yeah, like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, like we have that in our blood.
Mm-hmm.
We have that side of us to where, because that's my hair. Puerto Rican is Spanish, black, and I believe Cherokee.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's natural in our blood, and when you see Dominicans,
Mm-hmm.
I forget. I think Spanish, black, and Brazil, Portugal. I forget. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But.
It's so diverse. The whole
Yeah.
continent
And,
is so diverse, man.
And the crazy thing is like, you know, I remember this from my uncle, because my one uncle is Puerto Rican, my other uncle is Mexican.
Okay.
Back in the day in Miami, man, that Mexicans and Puerto Ricans even though we're both Hispanic,
Yeah.
it's a straight divided line.
Yeah, and that's what I'm just now learning about. I
Yeah,
had no
that's
idea, bro. I know it sounds naive, you know, but this goes to show you that America doesn't care about anybody else but America, right? They didn't teach us this stuff. They barely taught us about our own history, but they didn't
Right.
teach us anything about. And they, our neighbors, they right there. You know, South America is like right there, the whole continent. They don't teach us anything about South America.
No.
I think the Panama Canal is the most we got, you know, out of South America. And I think that had to do with something of one of the presidents trying to do something with. I can't remember, Theodore Roosevelt or something. I can't remember, but
Where did the Mexican Revolution War take place?
I don't know. But if I find out, I'll throw it on the screen for you guys. I have no idea. And that, which goes to let me take this moment to tell you guys, there's a lot of reason why you should go ahead and just subscribe to us on YouTube as well. You can also see the video on Spotify, but if you subscribe to us on YouTube, you'll be I add a little stuff. I don't have all the, you know, the hard editing stuff, but some of the stuff we talk about, I add the visual, you know, to it. And I
Okay.
add stuff on there. So watch us on YouTube, man.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, man, and follow us on our
Please.
socials. You'll find in the description of last week's episode, you should have seen our Etsy, a link to our Etsy shop, Domination Fitness, as well as our link tree, which will take you to all of our socials, and even our my wife's alcohol infused dessert line that she actually ships. So you guys check that out as well. It's constantly being updated. But yeah, again, that stuff hurt me, man. I did not know that it was so, and my uncle used to tell me, because my uncle, he's like me, he always talked to Hispanic women, like he married a Hispanic woman, right? So he was telling me that they're the reason why Trump won. And I was like, you know, I kind of listened. I was like, yeah, you're right. But, you know, I knew, but I didn't know that, because I know in Florida, he won them. You know, he got their vote. And I was like, damn, what the hell they tripping on? You know, but I get it now. They align themselves with white people. They think that they're better than us. At least that's what the girl was saying on satellite radio.
You know, I hate to put this.
No, go
stereotype
ahead,
out here,
go ahead.
But, you know, I mean, how many times do you see Mexicans with whites? Think
I
about
don't
Think
know.
about it.
Mexicans with white. I ain't.
There's those.
I ain't seen it.
If they're not what they're on kind, they're with whites. You
I-
rarely see.
Mexicans. But see, you know what? I might not know the difference though. You get what I'm saying? I might can't tell the difference, and
Okay.
I don't want that to come off sounding racist, right? Because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I know Puerto Ricans, because they always, most of them always had a flag in their car. You get what I'm saying? Or they got this certain swag, right?
Yeah.
But Mexicans, I don't know if I can really tell, to be honest, except for their skin tone to me sometimes comes off a little bit more brownish, deeper. You know what I'm saying?
And you can tell by their hair sometimes.
If you see my neighbors, I believe they're Mexican. I believe so. But when we say Mexican, we kind of generalize it, because Mexico got so many daggone sections. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
It's huge, man. So I don't know, man.
But you know,
But I haven't
you
seen
know,
them with no.
Mexico is its own continent. You know, but
When I see, but
okay.
I was gonna say, when I see Mexicans,
but-
when I see Mexicans that I think are Mexican, I should say, because it seems like everybody calls every Hispanic person a Mexican.
Yeah, no,
But-
that's I'm sorry, but that
That's
I can't
irritating,
stand
ain't
that.
it? Yeah, that's irritating, man.
because
I can believe it.
It's the first thing that when they think Hispanic, because I don't know if it's because, you know, when, like with the restaurants and stuff like that, there's so many Mexican restaurants, and
Yeah.
there's not a lot of like Dominican restaurants or Puerto Rican restaurants, and they're starting to come out.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do have them, they're usually like in the low life areas.
Right.
You don't have a lot of general spots like that are
Mm-hmm. Like franchise, like
that
national brands and stuff.
that represent the other Latinos.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, man. But I don't know what to say, man. What? I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to say, bro, I have no idea what the difference is, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I could probably get it right if you show me some pictures. I might could get it right. Like, if you said, "Is this DR?" You know what I'm saying? Are they Puerto Rican? Are they Mexican? Brazilian?
Now-
I might get it right. And then let me say something. We assume Brazilians got because it's in South America. We assume they related, and they're not.
They're Portuguese.
Right. And African. I just found that out too.
Yep.
So they are outside of Brazilians outside of the continent of Africa. They have the most African population, I would say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the history, it wouldn't surprise me if they got snatched from Africa too and sent to Brazil to work sugar canes or something. It wouldn't surprise me at all, man, if that was the case. Which it probably is, and if it is, I'll throw that up there too.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Where you think rice came from, nationality wise?
You said whites?
No, rice. Where do you think rice came from, nationality wise?
I thought it was Asia.
Asia?
Yeah, like Asian rice fields. Like they do the rice.
I think it's Africans.
Africans.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I want to say rice came from Africa. But and I know a lot of people think because Hispanics eat a lot of rice and stuff like that, but no.
But Hispanics, they eat a lot of yellow rice though.
Yeah, I mean,
And then like the
sometimes. There's a lot
Spanish,
of
what you
times-
call Spanish rice.
yeah, but a lot of times it's white rice. You just season it, and it looks
Really?
a different color. Yeah.
Oh man, but you know what? Did you know there's like thousands of That's another thing I could throw up there. But did you know there's like thousands of races? I'm gonna say races because I can't think of types of rice.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
1,000?
Like thousands, bro.
Dang.
And if I'm wrong, I throw that up there too. Be like, man, this dummy said there's thousands, only like 50. But no, I really think there's like thousands of rice. You got long grain, you got purple rice. Bruh, I didn't know, man.
Brown rice, wild rice.
And the reason I say this because I've been talking to my wife about starting a cooking channel. And in this cooking channel, it's gonna be meals that men can make that are simple. Right? Because we ain't there's a lot of men that can really chef it up. But if you like me, the working man, you don't really I can do short order stuff, but I can't really cook. So I was gonna I did my first meal a couple days ago, but I used the crock pot, which is a blessing from God. No, bro, the crock pot is a blessing from God, bro.
It is though. I love putting like the roast in there,
Bro.
Oh, man.
I had no idea, man. My wife walked me through, and I made us a complete meal, bro. I seasoned up the chicken, bro. I dropped it in, huh?
First one?
My first time messing with the crock pot.
No, first time with a meal cooking.
No, that wasn't my first time ever cooking. No. I manage restaurants, bro. But they always you follow steps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you make your little twist to it.
Right. I ain't never had like the real fine dining restaurant where you really cook and chef, and I don't know how to do that. I do grill fryers. You know what I mean?
I got that.
Hey,
as long as you
cook
can-
some steaks.
hey,
I can do that now.
You can throw some steaks on the grill. We good.
Yeah,
I got the size.
We ain't gonna starve, bro.
I got
we
the
definitely
size.
not gonna starve. Okay, bet.
I got the size. You
Now
got
we gonna have to do that though. We definitely gonna have to do that, bro.
Yes, please
But,
let's do that.
the crock pot again, a freaking blessing from God, man, for real. Whomever he told and he pushed that on them, man, and they invented that, man. I want to thank them, and I want to thank God.
You know what else too?
Excuse me.
Air fryer.
Oh my
Lord.
Oh Lord.
Jesus.
An air fryer has got to be, if not the first or the second best kitchen contraption in the world, bro.
Man, cook some chicken in 20 minutes and
Bro,
everything be
are you serious? Yes, sir. Yes,
juicy,
sir.
boy.
Bro,
Woo!
you got that. Oh my God, the air fryer is it cook everything from fries to you can put a whole rotisserie chicken in that mug. I mean, you literally, bro, it cooks everything from A to Z, bro. And without all the grease and that, you know what I'm saying? Bro.
But it's whoever made it is a fucking genius, because
They are a genius, bro.
Because you have that texture without the grease. It's the texture. Mm-hmm. You got that crisp, that certain crisp that a fryer gives you that an oven, or a skillet won't give you.
Exactly, bro. Like my wife be working miracles, bro. She was in there. She had put the other day like a dry rub on some chicken thighs. She like y'all, for y'all listening, I'm rubbing my hands back and forth trying to demonstrate how she put that dry rub on them chicken thighs.
What was in the dry rub?
I can't tell you, but I know this. She whipped up a special honey. She put honey in a bowl, added some more seasoning, honey in a bowl, and she whipped that thing up, and she glazed the chickens in it, right? And then she put it in the air fryer. And when she sat that thing in the air fryer, I was just looking and not looking. We go back. Next thing I know, I'm up there. I think I might have been doing clips for YouTube.
Yeah.
She bring me a plate, and I'm looking. And this couldn't have been no more than like 15 minutes, 20 minutes later. And I'm thinking, yo, this chicken ain't done. But I didn't say nothing. I went ahead, but the skin was looking so good. I was like, even if it ain't done, that skin gonna be good. I just send it back down, right? Yo, I open up. I bust the thigh open. Bro, I'm looking. I was like, ooh, steam coming up. I ate that thing, put it to my lips. Oh, bro. Yo, she killed it. She murdered it in the air fryer, bro. Yeah. Murdered it.
Man, we got an air fryer at work.
Yeah.
That thing's a blessing.
Oh, man.
I need to get one for myself, because like,
you don't have an air fryer, bro?
I don't. I need one.
Oh, man.
Know how quick my meal preps would go?
Oh,
bro,
man.
I'll be done in an hour instead of 3.
Oh, man. Yo, we gonna have to bless you, bro.
Yes.
Christmas coming up, bro. But dang, I done forgot where we was at. We had talked about Hispanics. We gonna lay off of the. Is it Hispanic or Latino? Which one you call them?
Hispanics.
That's not offensive. Hispanics is not offensive.
No, Hispanics is not as offensive. It's gonna be sad, but excuse me. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, Latinos, Hispanics don't matter. But or you can be like Latinx, which is
what is that?
Which is like a either or, man or woman.
Okay.
It's like another
like
word.
It encompasses both, because Latina is women, Latino is men.
Yeah. Latinx
now what about
is everybody?
What about the Afro Latin? You ever heard of that one? Excuse me.
I guess what like Dominicans?
I don't know.
Or
I was hoping you knew, because I have no idea. I just came across the word this week.
Oh.
Afro Latinos and Afro Latinas.
Still Latin.
Okay. Oh, that remind me. So did you hear about Fat Joe? They were going in on Fat Joe for using the N-word in his music. Yeah, but here's the thing though. So Fat Joe had been using the N-word forever, right?
Yeah.
And they were getting on him like, yo, you not black. You not black. He said, he ain't never mean no disrespect by it. You know what I mean? Which I believe him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was trying to be disrespectful. Me personally, I don't care. The daggone, but what he said made sense. He said, bro, they thought it didn't make sense, but it made sense to me now that we just had this discussion, right? Mm-hmm. He said, I always thought I was black. Boom, the flashlight went off. It makes sense to me now, right? He probably do think and don't get me wrong, he probably is black. You know what I mean? Like, that probably is his heritage, you know?
I mean, I believe Fat Joe's Puerto Rican, is he not?
I thought so. I don't know. I thought he was.
I think, and his shade is, is darker than I am.
So he may be. You get what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
where he derived from, bro.
Like Puerto Ricans, we automatically have that in our blood. It's in our culture.
No, literally, it is. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that. You know, it's not talked about enough, and I don't think people realize that.
But I mean, that doesn't give him a right, for us to just be using this word,
But
regardless of the fact that it's still, it's
well,
disrespectful.
I can't speak for everybody and how everybody feel, but I can say I'm not about to dislike the guy because he's been doing it forever, and I'm not going to say that he needs to stop, but I'm going to say this though. I think we need to stop overall in general anyway. You get what I'm saying? Like, it needs to stop in our community anyway, and that whole talk about we giving it power, we're taking the power. I don't know, maybe it's where I'm at right now in my life. I think that's nonsense. We taking the power back and all of that. Man, forget all that. We need to let it needs to die out. You get what I'm saying?
And I really think like at this point of time, like we're at a time where us minorities are, we just need to just strive to just be successful and be millionaires, or just, having those making six figures at
right.
least, that needs to be our goal now,
bro.
And we got so many now. I mean, it's already going that way anyway,
bro.
But we need to just keep driving that, keep driving that.
We talked about the guys. Oh, so we, sadly, we have to report that there was a mass shooting in Raleigh.
Yeah.
This past week, right? I can't remember how many died. I know it was a off-duty officer passed away as well.
It was five dead, 2 wounded.
Yeah, and I think the shooter is wounded as well.
Yeah, they finally got the shooter.
Yeah, and I think he's still in critical condition as of today. When I looked at it, he's still in critical condition. 15 years old, man.
And he was, but it's crazy though. He was dressed in camouflage and everything. He was ready for battle.
Yeah. I think I was talking to my wife. I think that because we disagreed on this. I think we disagreed, and she's not here for me to verify, but she'll listen to this and she'll probably be like, "Oh no, we gonna clarify this on Enamored podcast." But I think that we need to rewrite our laws that judges have more freeway when it comes to people at least 20, 21 years and younger. Because, and I wasn't talking about murder when I talked about it, but to me it encompasses murder. When you 15-year-old kid and you go out there and you do something like this, I'm not quite sure if I agree that when you turn 60, 65 that you the same person. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know it sounds like, nah, that's BS. I know people gonna be like, man, I don't agree with that crap, but I don't know, man. That he done lived that life 3 times over. You know what I'm saying? Is he the same person? Should he have gotten like life in prison? You know what I mean? He did take people's lives. I get it.
My thing is, if he's 15 years old and going out here just shooting people like it's a video game,
But is that a mental illness though? And I know people use that as an excuse, but
I mean, it could be. Just the fact that he's 15 years old and we have all these laws and regulations that for stuff not like that not to happen.
Yeah.
For him to just be like, "F it, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna go out here and do what like I'm on Call of Duty or something like that." I feel like if you're that young and you feel like that is okay at that point, there's something chemically wrong
You're right in your
for
brain.
you to even
Yeah,
think about doing something like that.
I think something got to be off.
Something's got to be off. There's
But
no way.
I feel everybody else. I don't think we should be giving them no excuses.
No,
you know what I mean?
definitely not.
But
Not saying that.
Yeah, but it's just like it's so touchy. But I still feel like we should give the judges should have a way to either after they sentence, they should be able to, if you was juvenile, come back and we can make amends. You know what I'm saying? Like change it or something down the line. I think you should still be punished. You know what I mean? You should definitely still, go to prison, whatever the case may be. But okay, I'll say this. I'm not sure if I agree with a 30-year-old robbing a store and a 15-year-old, 17-year-old, right, robbing a store, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure that those two people, they did the same exact crime, should get the same sentence. I don't know if I agree with that, but I know that when you do certain things, you get, as a child, you face the adult sentencing. You're not like, they don't put you under the juvenile, they put you as an adult. And my whole thing is, just morally speaking, should we be sentencing those two people to 20, 25 years in prison? In prison, sentencing them to 25 years in prison. They both committed the same crime, but the 30-year-old understands life. He should. At 30 years old, if you made it to 30 years old, then you should understand that your decisions, the consequences behind your decisions, better than that 15, 17-year-old. You get what I'm saying? You should, right? Because the 15, 17-year-old, they're not thinking about life. They're not thinking about, man, this is going to keep me from being able to get a job. This is going to hinder me from when I get married. They're not thinking about any of that. So, being that they don't even know that that's going to be a hindrance, they ain't even. They say the male mind doesn't even fully mature till 25. Some are saying even now 28, 29. I don't think we should be waiting till 28, 29. But my point is,
No.
no, I don't agree with that. But my point is, damn show ain't 15. You get what I'm saying? That motherfucker. I mean, I cussed. That's another $2. But this Joker got the mindset of a 12-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I just don't necessarily agree with it. I think we need to I think we should take the time to reevaluate these things, I don't necessarily think that I think that we should give judges the option to alter sentences for juveniles versus adults.
And I think too, they need to do some type of testing to test his chemicals, like the chemical in his mind.
Oh, now you right.
Because I mean,
I wish there was a test for that. Because we just guessing, right? We sending them to a psychiatrist, and they could be playing a game.
Yeah,
trying not to get the death, the death penalty or whatever, or try not to get life in prison.
And that's what I guess that comes with having a specialist like that has experience, has dealt with people like that, because there are people who are very good at hiding,
playing game. That's what I'm gonna call it.
But but you got those people too that can seek BS before it even comes out. Yeah,
for sure, man. Yeah, man. I think we need to we need to address this stuff, man. Since that happened, I think there's been about 4 or 5 more mass shootings in America since that happened, and then this is ridiculously sad, man.
It is. It's getting out of hand, man. I don't understand.
You can't even go nowhere, bro.
You can't.
You can't
even go to school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
That used to be the quote unquote safest place to go to for your kids.
Yep. And
I can't even trust that now.
I think about my son being at school, and I always think when the school calls, because Jesus, man, these schools be calling so much about every damn thing. But when they call, I'll be like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? I just can't shake it, you know? It's so prevalent in our society today. It's becoming normal and it's not cool. I really feel like we're not outraged enough. When it comes to mass shootings and gun control, I feel like we're not outraged enough. You get what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is they I'm talking about Washington. They be like, well, the people ain't doing nothing about it, so what? They ain't in an uproar about it. They'll rather run around and talk about gun rights and stuff, or their amendment rights. No, I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong. I love guns too, you know, but we need to do something. You get what I'm saying?
But you know, my thing is you know, if everybody carried or you know had something on them, there'd be a less chance of. I mean, unless you're just that stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if that's the case, bro, this is how I see it. I think either we need to eliminate guns in America, period, make it illegal, can't nobody have guns, or we need to allow everybody to have them.
I think we like. Well, you see, okay.
I'm going harsh one way or another. You get what I'm saying?
I got you, but my thing is about you take guns away. That ain't gonna stop nothing. Cause the next thing you're gonna try to get rid of is knives.
Well, okay, yeah, and I saw
do that.
somebody stab up a whole crowd of people and kill people, and I'm like, damn, were they just watching this man? It's just walking up, people killing them,
and it's more discreet,
right? So
you don't need a nothing like this. You need that much.
Yeah, and he killed.
As long as
you
it's
kill a lot of
sharp enough to
people,
get
bro.
in.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, like I said, more people need to be able to carry. Then, if we're not going to get rid of, which it don't look like we're going to do, if we're not going to get rid of guns, I eventually think it will happen, but it ain't going to be no time soon. But if we're not going to get rid of guns, then we need to allow the majority of Americans need to be able to freely walk out. That's felons, anybody. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that, first of all, that was just a way to keep, and this is just my opinion, that whole felons can't have a gun bull job is just another way to keep black people from carrying. And this is what I mean by that. The majority of felons are black. Mm-hmm. If only white people walking around, that's another way to make them feel safer. You get what I'm saying? Because if black people walking around carry, and the only ones that really walk around that really take the time to train themselves on how to use their weapon, majority of them be minorities. You get what I'm saying? I see so many white people mishandle weapons. It's crazy, man. They be looking retarded. You know what I'm saying? But they be out here just looking purely foolish. They don't have no idea what they're doing with that thing.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, there are, minority that do the same thing.
And they do with that sideways BS. You know what I'm saying? But
that's some bogus.
That's retarded crap, man. But like I said, man, I feel like it was just a way to keep them out. Because you got people out here, man, catching charges off of, drugs, just stupid stuff. Ain't got nothing to do with shooting nobody, harming nobody. You know what I mean? Just dumb stuff. And you going out there talking about they can't carry a weapon. That's crazy. Oh, speaking of which remind me, man. I'm going to look at the camera when I say this. North Carolina has just passed a law that says felons had the right to vote. They already had the right to vote, but now they can vote while serving their sentence on probation, as long as they're not in prison. They can vote while they're on probation.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Heck no. Misdemeanors can vote if they're in prison or not. They can vote, period. If I'm not mistaken. But felons definitely can vote while on probation. They can vote.
And I know there was a thing like for a while that they weren't allowed to do that. But in the Constitution it says you are allowed to do that. So now that because I was reading an article about that, and it was saying because of it, we're violating our the county's constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to continue to apply by it, they had to, for the felons who are on probation to do so.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Which that helps on both sides of whoever you're voting for.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is, a lot of these problems stem from Republicans. I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to these voting rights, a lot of the stuff stems from Republicans. They're fearful of losing ground. But the truth is, they don't know. They just making assumptions. Mm-hmm. They make it harder to vote, but they make an assumption that those votes would be going to Democrats and not to them. But they making it. They hurting themselves.
Yeah,
because you got people who. My whole thing is, if you can pay taxes from the comfort of your home and get on the computer and pay your taxes, and as important as that is to America, you can fucking vote. Dang, I did it again. You can freaking vote. You get what I'm saying? If you can pay your taxes sitting in your computer chair, then you should be able to vote sitting in your computer chair. I think that they try to use this whole cyber threat, and not saying that it's not a valid threat, but we also have. Do you know that every branch of the government has people that's all they do all day?
What?
Fight cyber attacks.
Yeah,
that's what Space Force. Their biggest thing is actually just that. You know what I'm saying? That new Space Force thing.
Oh, okay.
They like blocking. Literally, these are like supposed to be. They training them to be like, because that's where the war is going. You know what I'm saying? They block cyber attacks all day. You mean to tell me that
cybersecurity is a big thing right now?
Yeah, you mean to tell me that we can't have computer scientists in not only private as well as our military protect our elections? You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. I think I said, it's bull job. That's a Republican thing, bro. They incite that fake fear. They put that fake fear out there, that propaganda. It's fake because, like I said, if you can pay your taxes, as important as that is, if you can do that, then you can vote. But that, you know what that would do? That would shoot voting up through the roof. You know what I mean? There would be numbers like you've never seen before. That's my Trump. The numbers like you've never seen before. There would be numbers like you've never seen before, bro. I'm telling you, man. Oh man, it's getting hot.
That's funny.
A couple more things I want to touch on before we go. Something I've been wanting to talk about, I didn't know how to fit it in, is a few months back, Doc Rivers got caught on his Twitter liking some porn, like 8 porn videos or something like that, right?
Okay.
Exactly. That was my thought too, but Twitter was in a uproar about it. That was about 8 months, not 8 months ago, probably about 3 or 4 months ago now. First of all, I think that's that man's business. That's between him and God, man. That's his business, and I personally feel like Twitter needs to cut that mess out. As far as like seeing what people like and stuff, who cares, bro? I don't care what you like.
But my thing is, what's the issue? Him liking it? If you allowed it, if you allowed the person to post it,
right? But it's not that. It's that.
Is it because of who he is?
Who he is? Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think you ain't gotta say, bruh, just put $2 in the in the swear jar that we donate to the kids. But
right.
Who cares, bro? Who cares? Like my whole thing is man, he a grown man.
Yeah.
He ain't running around here acting like he a Christian. Are we going around? I did not say that. I said the wrong thing. I think Doc Rivers is a Christian. Excuse me. Oh, my bad. It might be the alcohol getting to me, bro. But because I know it's making me hot, bro. It got me hot.
I know you ain't even had that much,
bro. I probably haven't, but I'm hot, bro. But my whole thing is, so Doc, is he running around here trying to be somebody's role model? Excuse me. I don't necessarily think he was. I don't think he trying to be nobody's role model. But
I mean, if you really want to know, ask him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But it ain't no
Interview him.
It ain't no big deal, bro.
Who cares? He living his life.
bro, it's some porn, bro. Like, who cares, bro? Now he got
Everybody's watched porn every once in a while.
This is my
Has
thing.
done it in
and
the
this is
past.
my thing. Now, porn is very destructive.
It is.
I'm not gonna say it's not. It has destroyed marriages. It has destroyed people's lives. Porn is very destructive, but I think
definitely
everything
not
can be
something you
taken
need
in
to-
good in moderation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but I think I mean, if you're like, 13, 14, I get it. But I mean, if you're, in your 20s, get over it. It's
But this guy, but they try to say that he should have done that on his burner account, like a fake account. Everybody's supposed to have fake accounts now. My whole thing is why. That's the whole problem with that Elon Musk was saying they got too many fake accounts on Twitter now. That's why he was talking about not buying it. But my whole thing is this: why I care enough? So it's okay if he likes it, as long as he don't do it on his public account. That makes no sense.
makes sense.
Just get over yourselves, bro. Mature, bro.
You
Leave
know,
that man alone.
That kind of goes in playing what we kind of talked about last week about just because you have freedom of speech or you have freedom to do whatever the hell you please, you gonna have those individuals who don't agree.
I'm telling you, bro. You ain't got it. Ain't free, bro. It costs you something. Kanye proving my point. And what I mean by that is he's going out here. He's saying what he want to say. Now he losing bank accounts, mugs, dropping them. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't say everything you want to say. Not that you can't, but you can't.
Yeah, because not everything you say is gonna be splendid.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have consequences sometimes depending on what comes out of your mouth.
Yep. So man, I appreciate y'all being checking us out on the off week this week, and
Yes, sir.
we gonna end it with this, man. Well, I'm gonna end it with this, and then we'll let Dom talk. Nate Robinson, man, has come out by saying he has renal kidney failure, and he wants to bring awareness to everyone. So I'm gonna use this platform right now to bring awareness to people in general, just to get checkups. Because I also seen a report saying that digestive cancers in people under 50, 30s or so is rising. So just to get checked up, man. Men, take care of your health, man. Your mental health, as well as your physical health. Take care of yourselves, man.
Yes, please be careful what you put in your body, man. That's gonna make the biggest difference in when it comes to your health. To be sure to when you're eating, you're making meals and eating stuff. Make sure for the majority of the time it's something clean. You're not eating all this greasy food or these food with these ingredients like high fructose and stuff like that. You don't need that.
Right.
Just be mindful what you're putting in your body.
Yep. As always, man, thank you for your support. Tell somebody. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe, and follow us on. We're on everywhere where you get
TikTok,
podcasts, but Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. We got one follower on Twitter. I'm looking for at least one more this week, right? Let's get some more followers on Twitter, please. Our Instagram is doing pretty good. It's trending up. But let's get more people on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, man. Let's do it, man.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Dominate_your_fitness. I'll have videos of workouts and my progression. If there's any specific videos that you would like to see, please send me a DM and let me know. We can have a one-on-one conversation.
All right, man. We out.